Welcome to the Thrift Store Rundown, celebrating one of pop culture's biggest events of the year on a budget, the Super Bowl. Whether we're planning weeks in advance for a big celebration, or if we're doing it on short notice at the last minute, much like we're doing here. Why? Because I've been so busy with my Valentine's Day weekend series to all the shows I've ruined before, after, forever. There hasn't been any time to really plan a big Super Bowl review show in advance. So I'm just gonna go kind of low-key and review two items here because, well, I can't not try at least to do anything related to the Super Bowl every year. While I might not be as big of a football fan as I want to be, you can't ignore the pageantry, the pomp, and the hard gridiron circumstance that is the Super Bowl, the NFL's championship game. If you're new around here, in Super Bowl 56, the LA Rams take on the Cincinnati Bengals. By the way, this is the second year in a row in which one of the teams has a home field advantage. That would be the LA Rams. That's akin to Brady and his Buccaneers from last year, which won on their home turf. Here's hoping lightning strikes twice. And yeah, I am rooting for the Rams because, well, we bring Hollywood home on a budget on any other day, so it only makes logical sense to do so. As for the entertainment surrounding the game, well, this is going to be the most star-studded year of commercials ever. For the pre-game pageantry and the halftime show, America the Beautiful, the Star-Spangled Banner, and, of course, that all-important halftime show, let's just say it's going to be a proper celebration of Black History Month. And as for that coveted time slot, the show that airs after the Super Bowl, well, NBC didn't want to compete with CBS with their coverage of the Olympics and CBS coverage of the Super Bowl, so they bought the Super Bowl from CBS, and so, after the bowl, they'll have continuing coverage of the Beijing Winter Olympics. Smart move. By the way, if you fancy the Olympics more than the Super Bowl, well, then you can always catch up on Peacock and USA Network. Anyway, for today's last-minute Super Bowl celebration, I bring you two super bargains. The NFL Super Bowl Super Teams book purchased for $1.49, authored by Jim Gigliotti, published by Scholastic. And because you gotta have something to munch on while you're watching the big game, we have here 30-minute meals with Rachel Ray, Sports Night Snacks, part of Food Network's Takeout Collection. It's a 3-disc set which I purchased off of Amazon, this marking the first 30-minute meals DVD set I purchased off of Amazon, by the way, for $6.53. We'll give you the stats on pricing for the item and shipping and handling and tax, if applicable, a bit later when we get to it. But first, on to the Super Bowl Super Teams. We first begin with a brief recap of Super Bowl 44 and the New Orleans Saints, led by their MVP, Drew Brees, on a long road to victory. Just years after Hurricane Katrina devastated New Orleans, with their Times-Picayune saying, "Help us please," to the moment where they won the Super Bowl, and when it simply just said, "Amen." In chronological order, going backwards, we highlight great Super Bowl moments and champions of the 2000s, 90s, 80s, 70s, decade by decade. For the Super Bowl dynasties, that highlights key players and teams and moments from many of the all-time great Super Bowls, like Tom Brady, which you just saw, and Mean Joe Green, leading the steel curtain for the Pittsburgh Steelers, my stepdad's favorite team. And of course, Lombardi's men. The NFL's championship trophy's namesake, legendary Green Bay Packers coach, Vince Lombardi. By the way, I need to give a shout out to Tom Brady. I mean, to say that this guy's had a storied career is just putting it lightly. Then again, anyone who has the guts to marry a Victoria's Secret model and live to tell a tale gets a heck of a lot of respect from me. In all seriousness though, and yeah, I am semi-serious with that statement, even though I'm not a Patriots fan, call me a sheep, but Brady truly was one of the GOATs. And I say his retirement was too soon. This book is lavishly photographed with great moments from plenty of the Super Bowls that you can remember and a few that I can remember. Namely, Super Bowl 43, the year prior to Drew Brees and the Saints come marching in, and of course marching out champions. That was when my cousins and I, Justin and Savino, were playing football. We were tossing the football around in our apartment hallway. And when I came back inside, confetti filled Raymond James Stadium as the Steelers hoisted their Lombardi trophy for the 6th time. My father nearly teared up. My stepdad, really, David Rodriguez. Because since he was 11 years old, the Steelers have been his all-time favorite. You get some great stats and trivial tidbits regarding the Super Bowl itself, like how it wasn't called the Super Bowl beforehand. It was originally called the World Championship Game, why Roman numerals are important to number the Super Bowl each year because they're played on different calendar years. You get stats about the Lombardi Trophy, Super Bowl championship rings, and the Pete Rozelle Trophy for the most valuable player. At the end, you have a record book, or should I say, a record sheet of all-time Super Bowl results from the first World Championship Game, as it was called, in '66, with Green Bay versus Kansas City, all the way to Super Bowl 44, New Orleans versus the Indianapolis Colts. On the right here, you have all-time Super Bowl standings. So how many wins and how many losses are in the columns of these Super Bowl participants? Get the all-time best explosive moments from Super Bowl 44 and the 43 big games that came before. Inside, you'll find awesome photos, profiles, and facts about the biggest game and the biggest teams in the world. That is one super bargain. And I give it all 5 claps. But of course, we need some Super Bowls and plates and platters of food while we're watching the big game, so here comes Rachel Way, getting ready to score another touchdown for your palate. Here are the stats for this Amazon purchase. And speaking of stats, I'm not the type of person to put money on any stat, but I must say, if you have to, place your bets on the Rams. They have the home field advantage, and I am very confident that Lightning is going to strike twice. If not, then don't blame me, because I'm not really a big football fan. But I am a huge Rachel Ray fan, so it only makes sense to pair this up with the book. So, 3 discs, and they are as follows. Go Team, Game Day Goodies, and No Waiting Tailgating. The majority of this is football related. It doesn't really specify, well, at least in terms of the episodes, which game is it for, but I'm going to say the majority of it is football, and we have a couple of baseball-themed episodes. Go Team, Game Day Goodies, and No Waiting Tailgating. So you have here 3 episodes per each disc for a total of 9 episodes. And each disc runs 70 minutes in all. So 70, 140 minutes, 210 minutes combined. So here we have Go Team, and that would be this number 3. These are the episodes for this 3. 30-minute World Series. That's baseball, obviously. Tailgate greats and covering the bases with the recipes for each episode. For this number 2, Game Day Goodies. Every day can be game day goodies, and home field advantage. Go Rams! And finally, this 1, that would be No Waiting Tailgating. Mark Anthony Scampi Wrap. Haha, special guest recipe. No Waiting Tailgating game night and get your game on. Truth be told, I haven't seen any of these episodes in this set yet because I've been so pressed for time doing my Valentine's Day videos. So I can't really review this as of yet. It would be improper for me to do so, but trust me, I plan on finishing this entire 3-disc set. And once I do, I'll update the description with my final rating. But for now, this gets 5 claps, and I have to say, these 2 super bargains can help you score a touchdown at your next Super Bowl party. Thanks for watching TSR. Now, to see another awesome review like this one, click here. If you want to become a Hollywood bargain hunter, click here to subscribe. And I'll catch you on the thrift side.